Good morning, everybody. Day 3. And yeah, we're getting there. We're definitely getting there. The warehouse took a bit longer as than I expected. But we got the nice flames in, as you can see. And we're ready to roll with day 3. We're going to get the Main Street buildings in today, which thankfully are much smaller builds than the warehouse. So I'm going to show you the warehouse now, and then we're going to talk a little bit about the build and the good news and the tiny, tiny bit of bad news. Nothing too serious, but yeah, so I'm going to jump on the chat here so I can see all your lovely comments. And thanks again for everybody who hung out with me yesterday, dropping in, chatting. I trust me, it makes the world a difference. So, if you want to encourage me to keep going on this build, please jump on the chat and have a conversation. It keeps me focused on something else other than how long this build is going to take. So, yeah, jump on, give me the thumbs up, and we can get through this together. All right, so let's do a spin around the warehouse so you can see all the details now that it's all done. I did have a power outage yesterday. Oh my, that's like pouring rain. I don't know if you can hear that through the camera, but it is pouring rain right now. We had a power outage, and my live stream got knocked off, of course, and then studio started acting up. We'll get to that. First to the warehouse. So, very cool. I love this sign. This is fantastic work by Jonathan. We got the flames that CJ designed and the smoke. I will say the smoke looks great, but it was a bit of a long build to get those done. And that's kind of the end of what you'll see of the warehouse. The rest is the back. We have the smokestacks in the back. A few details on the roof just to give it some life. Yeah, so came out looking really, really well. The client is super pleased. So the little bit of bad news. I had to do some reconstructive surgery on the factory yesterday. When I initially thought about doing the build, one thing I mentioned in previous live streams is that when you build long with Lego, you build big, tolerances come into play, which is like the gaps between the bricks, or like one brick might be just slightly thinner or thicker than another brick, just due to the manufacturing process. So often when you do plates, at the end they'll curl up like that if they go too long. Well, because time was an issue with this build, um, I didn't build it in segments like you normally would. It would have taken literally another day of building to get the factory done in time, and we just didn't have another day of building. So I had to accept the fact that we're going to get some curvature in the plates, and it did affect the model. Nothing serious, and nothing that, if I didn't tell you, you probably wouldn't even notice. That's so. If we go back here, we can see some lifting around the back plate of this roof a bit, and that just There are studs back there to hold it in, but it's just not, it's not going to hold up. Now, on the bottoms, it's fine because there's enough weight and there's enough structure that it's pushing down, so you won't even notice that. It's just on the roof, because there's not a lot of structure up there, that's causing that issue. So a way to fix that would have been to have a Technic frame underneath and a whole lot of other things that we just literally didn't have time for. And same back here. Like this little edge is lifted up. And same reason. So had I had more time, I would have done it in segments, and then that would have been completely mitigated. Would have added a Technic frame on the roof, and yeah. But it is what it is. We only had so much time, and some sacrifices have to be made to get a build done in this rush. So that's what that is. So that's the little bit of bad news. But honestly, it's not noticeable. It'll be perfectly acceptable. Okay, now I'm gonna clear off this table, and then I'm going to start working on the theater. And just to give you a pan out so you can see the whole thing so far, that's where we are, and we're gonna be working on this side of the road today. And if we get this side done, that will put us on track, because right now what you're looking at is half of the entire build. So this is 5,700 and some parts, and the build is just over 11,000. So we are perfectly on track. Couldn't be more on track. Yeah, so we'll get, at the very minimum, I'm going to get this street in, and hopefully I can get a little bit more than that. But we'll see how it goes. I'm just going to set you off to the side and then get this cleaned up. And so all the things on the roof actually pop off. Here, I'll show you the way that these are set up. So these, for shipping wise, they just come right off. And then the client can put those on at the time. And same with the smokestacks. They're 6x6 plates and they just pop off. So then we can remove the roof and set that to the side. And then everything else can go inside. And that's how it's going to go for shipping too. And then pop this one off. Almost tripped over a light again. Wouldn't be the first time. That's well locked down. Surprisingly, I didn't glue all these down yet because I was concerned about them not attaching properly, and I was right to be concerned. So I'm probably going to remove a few of these. And lastly, we'll lift up the road plates. So yeah, it was an eventful day yesterday at around 6 o'clock. Apparently there was a car accident and the power pole was sheared right off. So understandably why we had a power outage. Okay. There's that one. I gotta say, it packs away like very quickly. So setup time shouldn't be too bad for them. Other than setting up the minifigs and all that, how they wish. Okay. Alright. Who's ever hanging with me, thank you very much. I appreciate it. And we are ready to get going. So, yeah. Move the studio camera around so you can see the table. There we go. Oh yeah, I'm going to pan over and show you how many bricks are left. Because even though I got like half of it done, it certainly doesn't look like there's that many fewer parts. It's still, yeah, it's still a table full of parts. Gotta keep my my enthusiasm up. Okay. So a couple of these. 7 of these. And 2. Now this tile I'm actually going to glue because it's going to be part of the thing that holds the 2 segments together. My sponge is looking pretty gnarly. I have a few more here, so I'm going to swap those out. I literally just have enough for another day of building. Okay. Wonder if I just dip the sponge right in and got it soaked. Oh, that's way better. That's much more efficient. The things you learn after day, whatever it is. Yeah, much more efficient than trying to use that needle to soak the thing. No. Okay. Just a little dab on either side. Get that in place. Done. And so this is the front entrance to the theater. Theater's a pretty straightforward build. There's a little bit of what was I gonna say? A little bit of detail in the bottom floor, and the rest is pretty much just a straight up build. The marquee is pretty cool though. And Luca did a fantastic job on the stickers for the marquee, which you'll see. Okay. Great. So far, so good. Hey, Sean, happy Easter to you too. I think the bunny came. I think he was probably suffering from a little bit of sleep deprivation, but the bunny did come. That's another thing, is I'll have to take some time with the family today for sure, which is I know it's an awful thought, but it will cut into my build time. So it's but I mean, if you can't make time for your family, well, then it's not much use working. Okay. That's fine. Now I need 4s. I'm still really pleased with having all of the bricks laid out on the table. That system overall has worked really well. So I'm really happy with that. Something else to put in my tool belt for the future when doing builds like this and trying to do them quickly. Yeah, I would. It'd be nice to have them in here helping. It would be great to have them on the live chat helping and in the room. But yeah, I don't foresee that happening. Funny. But we should make good progress today. Should make good progress. I'm hoping these come together really quick. Of course I am, because I want this done. I wanted to get to the theater yesterday, but I underestimated the the amount of effort that was going to be involved in getting that factory done. Got a few more on right now. How's everybody doing this morning? Happy Easter. Oh, right. The number of hours so far on the build as of last night was 20, I want to say 27, 26, 27. Because I did work past when my timer stopped and all that yesterday. I think I went to about 9 o'clock last night. 10 o'clock last night. I went late because I wanted to get the problem fixed up with the factory before I left it. I wanted the factory to, at the very minimum, have the entire factory done last night. So, and it is. So we're all good. And there won't be any windows opening up today because it's just pouring rain outside. So no ventilation again. Not ideal, but it is what it is. I don't think I have that problem because it's not like it's an active live stream. You know, if we had a few hundred maybe, then that might take place. But I appreciate everybody who is here. I definitely do. I definitely do. Most assuredly. All right. Oh, yeah. Right, the issues with the missing parts. Right. I don't know if you were watching or remember, but I got shorted some columns, some panels like these, and I need more for the theater. And I'm going to have to come up with some sort of solution here. If I had some in black, I could change the color a little bit on one section right now. So I'm going to go look and see if I can find any in black. Bear with me. Do, 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 do. Huh. I have an idea. Add a little texture to the doorway here and use those. There's supposed to be 2 columns on either side of the doorway, but I don't have them, so I will do a little design on the fly. And need a couple more of those too. There we go. And black 1x2 plates. There we are. Okay, put those to the side. Good morning, Dusty. Yeah, I had these missing, Sean. I don't know what order shorted me because I didn't check any orders. I don't even know if I got any of those from you, so I have no idea. But it is what it is, and I'll just make do. Because I don't have any time to... No time to panic. Just make changes where changes are needed. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Happy Easter, Dusty. I can't remember if you told me what part of the world you were in. It's nice to be working on something other than the factory today. And these, the other 3 on Main Street are pretty simple. Again, I had to do what I could with the time that I had. Not a whole lot of time to add a bunch of detail. It would have been really nice, and you know, this is if wishes were fishes kind of scenario, to have a bit more time with this. Even an extra week would have made a big difference. Oh, you're from Australia. Wow. Nice to have you here from the other side of the world. Okay. And I didn't break this model down. So bear with me a moment. Okay. Ba, 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 ba. Oh man. Trying to find black parts amongst a bunch of other black parts is never easy. There they are. What else do I need over there? Can. Okay. Need one of these. All right, bud. We'll see you in a few. The only real detailed part of the theater is the entrance. So this will take a little bit of time to get there. To get that done. And we need those. I need those. That. Those. And I need those. And I need 1x3 pillars. There we go. I realized this morning I had forgot to add Lego build into my description for the video, which is probably why I don't have too many people jumping on this. But oh well. have a nice intimate crowd. Put it that way. There we go. That goes on that side. Can you see what I'm doing here? Am I out of frame? There. And then we need 3 of these on either side. Like so. And then we're gonna need a sticker. Yep. One of those amazing stickers. This time Luca did all the stuff for the theater. So he did some ticket administration. And he also did the marquee, which looks fantastic. Or ticket admission, I should say, not administration. Silly. Okay, and I think we'll call that good enough. That can go there. Ah, it's breaking apart. There we go. Yeah, I found another benefit with using the sponge is because it doesn't soak. Good morning, CJ! It doesn't soak the bricks. If you do need to remove bricks, you just need to cut along the wall edge and the brick will lift up, usually quite easily. Even though it just, when it's glued, it holds it enough. So I was happy for that discovery yesterday when I had to cut away some bricks. Happy Easter, CJ. Okay. Those. So barring any major incidents, we should be good for today. We should be able to get everything done that needs to be done. Hopefully that Main Street finished. And if the Main Street, if I do have time, then I'll start adding in some of the details onto the street level and get that done. And then tomorrow that would leave doing the cars and the side build for this, which wouldn't be too bad. So I think I'm on course to have it finished tomorrow, which would be fantastic. Again, these I'm not going to bother gluing. they're going to be hidden a bit. I did find a couple more spots on the factory along the edging that I need to touch with glue a bit more, because they broke as I was, or they didn't break, they came off as I was moving the model, so I just need to give them a little extra attention. But so far so good, everything's on track. Thanks, bud. Same before, I have to take a little time today with the family. It's not ideal to be doing this over Easter holidays, but it is what it is. Okay. And then the other side of this is the same, but a mirror. Okay, so you notice these two studs. Technically, that should line up and create the perfect angle for the entrance. Just like that. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. So, same thing but different. So we will start with our 1x6. Okay, and I don't think we need the instructions. We can just look at what we did and flip it to the other side, right? That makes sense. So did anybody do anything for Easter holidays? That's exciting. Other than stress building. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't put any glue on that. I should just give that a little tap. See if there's there's no mech left on that. There we go. Okay, so we have go. Let me guess, I put it on the wrong side. Of course I did. Of course I did. Because that's going like that. There we go. Thankfully that side's hidden. But my fingers got sticky again. It's bound to happen. It's on the inside, so not a big deal. And oh yeah, CJ, the smoke worked out great. It was a fiddly build. It was those 3 pieces of smoke took me like an hour to build, so but I got it done. I had to glue them up a little bit better again because they're still, the tops are not perfect. It was actually really hard to figure out where I could glue them because there's only like 1 stud connections here and there, and it was tricky. It really was. Now, this is where it makes a difference, and make sure I'm doing this right. And this part goes on the outside, correct? So that's like that. In the middle. And then the round plate goes on the outside. What's the length of it? So this one goes 7.5. So it's 4 by... No, sorry, 3.5 by 7. And then you can fit in the 7.5. There's a ton of in the smoke. There's a lot of 1 stud connections. A lot of them. I mean, it is solid enough. It's also hard finding where to glue because those curved pieces, they're connected on the ledge, I guess. The upper ledge, they're not connected to the bottom. So to get the glue on that upper ledge, anyways, it was just a challenge. Not a terribly big deal. I got it sorted. Most of the wood stud connections were like when it's hanging over the side or something like that. There was no way to avoid it and keep it looking wispy though. That was not possible. Okay. Okay, and sorry for my hand in front of the camera, or my arm in front of it. Okay, so okay, now I'm just going to tap both of these on the bottom with a little glue. And again, now that I know that they work, there. Here we go. Dusty, there's a website. It's kind of like an app. I don't know the name of it right off. If you look up like Lego triangles, Google search that, you'll come up somewhere along there. There's a link to a page, and it basically does all the calculations for you. It's kind of like a graph, and it lays out what the stud connections are for any angle. So it's really handy. I don't I don't even try to figure them out. I just go to there. Okay. That's a 1x10. That's it there. And it needs tiles. And those, and fours. And fours. And sixes too. Okay. This isn't supposed to be this one. I counted off the wrong one. Oh well. It's not destroyed, so we're good. I need a 10 and not a 12. I need a 10. That was a close one. Yeah. There we go. That's good. I don't think Serial did it. Maybe. I could. I don't really know. There. And then again, I'm not gonna bother trying to glue these tiles on because, well, well, there's going to be a roof section and everything on top of this. It should be fine. Like, I don't, famous last words, it'll be fine. Until it isn't. Oh, I'm doing this wrong anyways. Good thing I didn't glue it. I would have been screaming. Those I should have glued down. I'm getting ahead of myself now. Okay, now these can go on. And voila, the entrance is done. Nice and sturdy, not going anywhere. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. Yeah, perfect. Great. Great. Okay. Did I break this one down? I did. Look at me go. Look at me go. Okay. Threes and twos. Little threes and twos. Great. The theater is so teeny tiny by comparison to the huge factory I was working on. It is going to be tall, but it is like plate wise, it's so tiny. Makes me giggle. So yeah, hopefully this will be quicker. And yeah. Try to readjust the camera a bit so you're not looking at my hair all the time. Did wear my hat today. I wasn't feeling hatable today. Man, that rain is crazy. It is like just pelting my outside window here. There's probably less light going on in here today. I don't have the window open. Well, that didn't make any difference whatsoever, but at least I can look at the rain. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Put this a little closer to me. Oh, another thing I really should mention about speed building, like what I'm trying to accomplish here, is using the same parts over and over and over again. The more different parts you use, the longer it's going to take to build, because you're constantly reaching for a different part. So it's something to keep in mind if you're ever designing with a thought to building quickly. For instance, like that theater, the entrance took a long time because it's a whole lot of different parts. Okay, and then that's going to slot in like that, so that it just covers where that, gap is a bit. So then we, it just makes a nice edge to where that rounded over area is. Like so. And then we do the same thing again on the other side. just watching this rain just like come down in buckets. Hope nobody had anything planned outdoors today. Oh, I just thought, like, if they're doing Easter egg hunts today, oh, that's a pity. That's a pity if they were planning any of those. That's unfortunate. I bet you there's going to be a lot of disappointed kids. Oh. That's too bad. I don't even know if my kids are up yet. They might have already been searching for eggs. I don't even know. I was in here before they woke up. They've kind of outgrown the Easter Bunny though, so. I think it may add more time to use this, but it keeps your fingers from getting sticky and then making a mess. Where am I now? That's gonna go like that. You can keep your fingers out of the way, that's a good thing. We're getting there. Getting over this this hump will be good. And then that's pretty much the entire first floor done. The rest is just going to be overlapping brick all around, building up the outside wall. The next step of the theater, on the other hand, is going to take a bit of work. So the client's very pleased so far, CJ. Very, very pleased. And that's the important part. Okay, same deal on that corner. Give it a touch. Get it glued. There. Yeah, that turned out fantastic. Very pleased with that. Wonderful. Wonderful. So we've got some pillars to put in here to support the second level. They are 8 high. Got 5 people on. How's everybody doing? Now, just like with the factory, I'm not going to glue the pillars in until I have the second floor done and I'm 100% sure with the spacing. Just in case. Just in case. All right. Still pretty wet. I should soak that sponge again. Six's watching now. Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining the insanity. That's a much more efficient way of soaking the sponge. Get my hands covered though, so I gotta make sure I have it all evaporated off my hands before I touch bricks again. But much more efficient. Good. All right. These were 8 high. 1, 2, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 high. Good thing I recounted. Good thing I recounted. Move a plate for height, then I will. Six. It'd be great to have a building crew and be able to slam something like this out in a couple of days. One day that will happen. One day I'll have a team of people and be able to go and just take on deadlines like this, left, right, and center. It'll happen. Another big bag of bricks gone. Good. Okay. Now we're back to the panels. So you notice too that I only did single wall construction on all these buildings. Again, not ideal, especially for stability. But smaller buildings are fine. The factory probably should have been, you know, in an ideal situation, that should have been 2 bricks around for the entire thing. This one, not too bad. But I think I started on the wrong side, but they're mirrors of each other, so it doesn't really matter. I'll just do this side in. What time are we at now? 20 after 9, so just about an hour and a half of building. I have no idea why I didn't go just 3 bricks up. It was probably an alteration to the design, and then I didn't go back and fix that. When you're designing super fast, sometimes those things happen where you miss merging bricks that should have been merged together after you've done a few alterations. Almost to the end, and there. And there's the reason why, because on this side I had to create this corner doing this. Now it makes sense. Well, so far so good for the theater. So far so good. And there. Okay. As I said, the detailed part was on the bottom for the theater, just getting that entrance in. The rest is just stacking bricks. And I used panels for the walls. Again, like not as sturdy as bricks, but I had to cover a lot of ground quickly. So again, sacrifice had to be made. Structure versus speed. You wouldn't be able to build it this fast if you were using just standard brick. It'd be pretty much at least twice as much brick. At least. Alright. Now we're just going to go around and lock that in, throw some tiles on, and the bottom floor is done. So 6s and 3s. We got 3s here. And 6s. I already have 6s on the table. 1x6 tile, or 1x6 plate. Fours. Not that I see. Uh-huh. Fours. I don't see them over on the other table either, so maybe they're already over here. Or they're buried somewhere. Eights. Those are bricks. There we go. I don't see them. I don't see them. Huh. Huh. not on the floor and I missed them. Did I put them somewhere else? Yes, I did put them somewhere else. And yep, all good. Just enough to give you a little bit of an adrenaline rush. Okay. There we go. And the other side is 4s and a single 1. Where does that 1 go? The 1 goes right here. That side's done. And same thing on the other side. Slap one down there and then lock that in. A little bit faster than the front or the first story of the factory. Just a little. Guess in the theater altogether, probably going to take 4, maybe 5 hours. So we're already at it for an hour and a half. And that's just the first floor. So tiles now. 4s, 6s. So I'm not going to make the same mistake that I made with the factory. So when I did the factory, even when I did the design, I kind of thought I was putting too many stud connectors down because I figured I might have to remove some. So what did I do when I did the build? Of course, I glued all those down. And then when I had to make the modification last night, I had to cut a bunch of those off and replace them with tiles. So rather than making the same mistake, I'm going to add these now without gluing them. And if they work perfect, great, then I'll glue them down. If not, then I will be able to lift them up easily and replace them with tiles. Because I don't want that experience again. It was nerve-wracking to say the least when you have to take a knife to your model to try to fix a mistake like that. Because one slip could be a whole lot of bricks that you have to replace. So it's delicate work. But it was all good. I took my time. I got them all lifted off. Oh, it's nice to be able to make quick progress like this. I'll tell you, like. Compared to getting the factory done, this is much better. Much more satisfying. Okay, that and that and that is the first floor of the theater finished. All done, all ready to go. So, yeah, great. Okay, time for the second floor. So that was only an hour and a half. That's good, very good. Oh, I'm wrong. There's one extra part. And it's the movie posters. Can't forget those. Can't forget those. Luca did a fantastic job on these. Luca's our minifigure designer and one of our graphic designers. We have two. So he did just an amazing job on these posters. Super happy. Let's see if I can find them so I can put them on. Where did it go? There should be a folder with all the prints in them. And I got two of them here. That's not it, that's not it, that's not it. There should be one more sheet. One more sheet. I might be waiting until I find this. I'll just put on the tiles for now. Because I don't want to waste time looking for that when I know I'm going to be... I'll probably find it when I'm not looking for it. So I'll just put the tiles on for now. Alright. There we go. Hi. Are they awake? Oh, okay. Alright, I'm going to take a break. I will be back. There we go. See you in a bit.